From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. But tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins looking to put it up right away. He dumps it off to Barkley. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On play action, Cousins. This is Smith with a grab. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Eagles.
Cousins. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
That's another Giants first first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Giants had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Dart. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Tyrone Tracy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Eagles 3. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
And it's 3rd down.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
But it brings up.
They'll try and throw for it here. This short throw caught by Goddard. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation,
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for the risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
32-yard line.
Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Dart. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to that lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Eagles 3. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now Cousins. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Fights through and now a crease. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Now he's going to step up and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Oh, nice move. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. In motion right is Smith. Now an end around as Cousins had just popped this forward. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Eagles 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, Shaq. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Raptors, 18 Raptors, 18 Raptors.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Theo Johnson, 44 yards. And the Giants add 6 to their lead. Gano the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Giants 21, Eagles 10. Graham Gano to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now Cousins. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf. And a first down to boot.
A gain of 12. First down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Cousins now from the 50. His throw incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Cousins. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around. 2nd and 9 now. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone where they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Throwing his dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And a throw right sideline is complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back at 60.
To throw now, Dart. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Dart once more. That one taken in by Neighbors. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss. And he's got his guys a first down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Theo Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Eagles 17. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Final play of the half, Cousins. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
65 cap. Shut up. Trap 60, trap 60. Come 19, Panther 11, Panther 11. Buffalo 18.
Dart going to look to throw here. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 sight, 79 Broncos.
To throw is Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
19 right. Dragon 60. Mustang 19. Go.
Looking to throw, Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
From the gun, Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
To the air again, Dart. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Buffalo 18, Panther 11, 18, Pioneer. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Throwing, Dart. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Dart will throw it on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Theo Johnson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Giants 35, Eagles 17. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Cousins. He dumps it off to Barkley. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Cousins going to change it up. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This short throw caught by Goddard, and unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here now, 2nd and 4. To the air, Dart. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
70 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted,
Theo Johnson, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Giants are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Gano for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Play action now. Cousins. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants it.
And got his man complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles get a bit closer.
Eagles 24. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now Dart. Complete right side to Hyatt. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Giants first down.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 76 yards rushing for him now to this point. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Tag. Viking 18.
Right back to Tracy. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
70 Lion. Dragon 60. 18 Pioneer. 79 Bronco.
They'll try to throw for it with Dart. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On play action, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. He's got the first down and more. And finally taken down at the 34. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They go play action. Cousins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing, Cousins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
Eagles 30. Jake Elliott to kick off for
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Let's go now. Rocco leading.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation